Welcome back. Welcome to Can't Catch a Break with EJ and Dr. Shaw. We want to thank you all for listening. And if you want to subscribe to us, you can. Like to poll us, you can. Tell us what you think. We want to hear from you. Also, I just want to share with people that we come online here. We come to talk about truth, life issues. We deal with life issues every day. And together, we work with it, dealing with life issues. It can be better. And I think so many people don't want to deal with life issues. They don't want to talk about it, but we're here to speak the truth. We're here to not judge or be critical to anyone, but we're here to help, because knowledge is power. We need to share our knowledge, no matter what color you are. We all in this together. As a Christian, I see there's nobody perfect. So I just want to let everyone know how we stand. And one of the things we're going to talk about, something very important. I think we're in society right now, in a time right now, in this era where the conscience has been like pressed with a hot iron. The conscience, the pain, the function of the conscious mind. There's something wrong right now. Everything is not the devil, so we always say that the devil made me do it. No, you did it because you had a conscious mind and you could have not done it, but you want to do it. And then also, when people are desensitized, they are very, they are cold toward anything. And you can become desensitized, whether you're a Christian or non-Christian, whether you are, people have got hurt and, dealing with others to a point where they become very emotional and desensitized to their feelings about others. So we got to be careful. When we think about it, the law of God, things were written, it's real in the Bible, foundational. What we see in the Bible is right and wrong. We're built, humans, as human beings. Natural side of us have a tendency, we err. We err. And the thing is, our mind, our conscious mind, the battlefield is in your mind for those that are, there's a lot of mental illness, a lot of things going on in the mind. But and you can detect that. You have the power to resist those negative thoughts. And we're in a time right now where we see that violence and different things are happening. It's in the church, the street, people are getting, lives have been lost. Your subconscious mind, the thought process. Think on these things lovely. Think of these things just. Think of these things good report. Think of these things, your mind. Try transforming your mind. Christ can transform your mind. In Romans the 12th chapter, can transform your mind. The King James Version, Romans 12. And you read that chapter, it tells you he can transform your mind. And a lot of times, some people go through a lot where they don't want their mind changed, but they can. In this moral sense, we are born in an unmoral world right now. And people right now from cultures and religions and backgrounds are warring right now. So we gotta think. Your mind. Yeah, him said the mind is a terrible thing to waste. You hear about it a lot, and you often hear the churches, the church you go to, wherever they talk about the battlefield of the mind, about Satan, resisting the devil when he should flee from you. Uh, and then the thing is, finding out more people, some people are, down the road, just saying they have offended people, okay, to a point where their conscience, when it comes to even hurting people, where they don't have no kind of guilt, no feelings. They become desensitized. So a lot of that sometimes, additionally, we think a lot of violence comes from. So some people, they go into a cold state in their mind. No feelings, no remorse, nothing. To a point where they lose it. And the after effect can be brutal, because they became desensitized. And we see that you must have moral convictions. I know people will say, I don't need no morals. Yes, you do want morals, because what happens when you have morals, you have a conscience. And somebody help me out. It's very important not to ignore your conscience. Okay? Because you become less sensitive. Okay, and you won't be able to tell what's right or wrong. Okay, see, Paul talks about that. The Bible involved. The Apostle Paul talks to Romans about the conscious mind. So we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful as people, family, friends. Be careful. You see people all of a sudden sitting around having a conversation, all of a sudden down. What they have said or something said, and saying some argument, because they're not thinking. Conscious mind, the battlefield in the mind. Let's go. So you bringing and worshiping idols and all that stuff, and you into that sinful life of orgies and all that stuff, it don't help you at all. As a matter of fact, it's destroying. You think it is, but it's sin. And some people have walked into that mindset thinking that, there's nothing wrong with it. It is a lot. Because God is not pleased with it. And, it's not pleased with it. Okay? When you act like that. Okay. So, anything, God, He's a clean God, He's a pure God. So when you're into that lifestyle of orgies and doing all that and stuff that's not morally right. Okay. It calls you to be like your mind stated, where you don't have no conviction. Your mind is being altered. When it comes to the thing of Satan in John 10:10. It's very important that you read that. It's the thief. So read about it, because it's very important. This is not no human being fighting the spiritual battle. Okay, you're not fighting flesh and blood. It's in Ephesians the 6th chapter if you read that. So we got to really pay attention. Christians need to pay attention to, because there's a lot of things that's taking place in some of the churches. And I think that the strictness when it comes to how you conduct yourself, and it's not being dressed like it was back then, because you see the conscious mind, the morality, things has changed from back then. So I think some people are getting wicker and wiser in their doings. But your mind, okay? Your mind, and in Romans the 8th chapter talks about that. Read your Bible, read the Romans 8th chapter. But between me and carnal mind is death. The spiritual mind is life. So you have to realize you know, what is going on that causes you to not have a conscience. Why can we be so desensitized? Many people today are seeking out therapists and all that. You know, some are even worse, and because they're blind. They don't have no conscious mind, so they need help. No illness is something that's wrong. It's real. Whether black or white, Latino, Jew, illness affects everyone in the family. Someone's in your family. You can be in denial, but it's real. So as Christians, we must realize that have conviction, okay? Have a conscience, and we need to train others that are like the youth, the young people. Look at the state of mind they in today. When you go to different states, you hear the news, you know what they're doing because of the upbringing and the neglect, and so they adopt to the streets, to selling drugs. They adopt to doing things when we're ignorant, 10 years old. So I want to thank you all for listening. Can't catch a break. Tell us what you think. We wish you the best always. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell us how we love you always. Okay. Thank you. God bless.